I'll jump in as a mod
Sounds
whenever
good.
you're ready. Whenever you're ready.
Transitioning in now, and we're live. I don't think there's anyone here.
Nuh-uh. No. Oh, I see this. We're live today. New follower, Tommy the Fox. Well, thanks, Tommy the Fox.
Yeah, bro, I picked up a bunch of followers yesterday.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
What's up, you guys?
We'll just wait a little bit and then start
Alright.
up.
Alright, then.
I've got a whole thing for what we're going to talk about.
What are we going to talk about?
Well, we're going to talk about how Yu-Gi-Oh, we're going to talk about if Yu-Gi-Oh is beginner friendly.
Huh. Okay. I am prepared to talk about this.
Yeah, I think that being people who are, in a way, beginners,
Yeah.
we have a little bit of ground to stand on when it comes to talking about it.
Uh-huh.
Because, we're beginning in a new format years after we last played.
Yeah.
So, figured it would be good to discuss that in some capacity.
Yeah, I like that.
Yo, Ultra Quacks, what up?
Ultra Quack.
Yeah, it's Ed. It's my buddy
Oh,
Ed.
hi, Ed. Oh, that's right. The DM.
Yep.
Cool.
Oh, speaking of which, I was driving and I needed my GPS to get out of the city because, holy crap, I hate driving in Buffalo.
Why?
It sucks. I just can never find my way around. So I had to mute the chat. They were all in a conversation.
They were spamming.
Yeah, I mean, not like in a spammy kind of way, like in a just conversational. Yeah. Dude, it feels so good to have this fucking hair off of my head.
Oh yeah, how much did you get cut?
A lot.
Oh yeah, how many inches?
God, it had to have been about 6 or 7. My hair was ridiculously long.
Yeah, it was. That's cool. Hey, elves.
Oh, did you see my text that I pulled from what I pulled the other day?
Wait, check. You texted them to me?
Yeah.
Oh, the Ghost Ogre Snow Rabbit?
Well, I bought the Dual Devastator thing that came with that.
Yeah.
I pulled the Link monster staples almost for a lot of decks.
Which ones?
The Predaplant Verte Anaconda.
Yo, could I? Do you want to get rid of that? Could I trade you that for something, or sell it or something?
I'm gonna be using it in shit-alls.
Okay, yeah. Oh, you're building a shit-all deck.
Yeah. But I bought another one of the boxes because I also pulled a Crystron Halki Fibrax.
Oh wow, that's really good. Yo, Dan, you should change around the interface of the stream so that the 2 donation follower thing is up in the upper left, in the black zone. You know what I'm saying?
For this, for sure. Yeah, because
it's just it looks weird where it's kind of half over yours, or upper right. I guess it doesn't really matter, or lower left or lower right.
I'm gonna put it right in the middle.
In between our things? Okay.
For now, yeah. I mean, so when I play FPS games and shit, works really well on the side there, but you know,
yeah,
here it doesn't really.
Right.
Come on. No, I don't want that. I don't want that. Thank you. Alright, well, it's just gonna be there, I guess. I mean, I don't see us getting donations anytime soon.
No way.
I mean, if someone does, they're fucking realist, but
right.
You know, there's literally no reason to right now. We're so new, you know.
Yeah. Oh, I should probably side deck Twin Twisters side. Probably. Yeah.
Twin Twisters is good on the side.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do main deck on it, but.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not main deck as a side deck card. Why am I not able to summon? Wait, why can't I use 2 spells? What? Why can't I do this twice in a... What? What is going on? Wait. Why can't I activate Monster Reborn? Why does it only allow me 1 special summon?
Is there like a hidden monster
No, there's
effect?
it's literally the first fucking turn in the game. What the shit? Okay, I'm gonna surrender because literally my entire deck is just special summons, but so yeah, let me know when you wanted to start up and like start talking.
Yeah, for sure.
Are we gonna duel?
We could at some point. I think that the podcast thing should be like priority, so
yeah. I'm throwing caution. I just wanna be. I'm coming over. I'm throwing caution.
having fun, Jesse. You're cool with your name being said, right?
Yeah, I think so for now.
Gotcha. Alright, let's take a peek at the stream, see how we're doing. I don't think there's... Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
And can vouch for driving not being fun. Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Also, the last session went pretty good from the last time I was here. Yeah, it did. I think I was there for that one, if I'm not mistaken. Dude, pick up Yu-Gi-Oh! For fun. Do it.
It's fun. It's a good game. It's free.
The
Wait,
online,
on Yugioh.
Least, yeah.
Well,
yeah, you can build a pretty budget deck.
Yo, just build chain burn.
No, God, don't build chain burn.
$50 easy. You'll win every game, and you'll have no friends.
I'm gonna emphasize the "you'll have no friends" part because you'll lose all your friends. No man, play like honestly, a pure Shadal is pretty cheap. Let's see what else is pretty cheap.
You should buy Red Eyes right now because it'll triple in value. Dragoon comes out.
Dude, the fucking
Easily.
Megatin is only like that it's coming in is only like $20.
Is it guaranteed in the Megatin?
I'm like 99% sure it is. Yeah.
Is it like the cover card of the Megatin?
It's like the staple thing.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Burning Abyss is fun. It's actually pretty budget too.
Oh, I hate that deck. Oh my god, I hate the Burning Abyss.
You don't even have to worry about it with your Red Eyes. Don't even get me started.
Hate that deck. Oh
it's
my
so
god.
Easy with your Red Eyes to just stop it though. Don't even get me started.
Wait, what do you mean?
Negate.
I don't. Red Eyes doesn't really negate anything at all.
Dragoon.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true.
I mean, are you playing hand traps?
In my side deck, I am. I have Ash Blossom, but like that's about it.
You should have more.
Yeah.
I would say get.
Well, Infinite Impermanence is like $50, isn't it, or like $60?
$30.
Something. Yeah, something crazy like that.
Something really stupid.
It's more money than I'm willing to spend.
Yeah, that's why I bought another dual overload because I'm really hoping to pull one.
Oh yeah.
But I have a theory that it's gonna get reprinted in the Megatin. Oh, Stratos is getting it's getting reprinted in the new Premium Gold that's coming out, and it's getting alternate artwork in that reprint.
That's cool, actually. That's really cool.
I'm so excited.
That a lot. Yeah.
I'm so excited. Well, I mean, you know how much I love Stratos. He's literally my third favorite card of all time.
Dude, that is the card that makes your deck, bro.
Yeah, no, for real. Like, without that, my deck would be nothing.
That's the one you stop.
That's the one, like, you stop playing heroes if it gets hit on the ban list.
Yeah.
And it did. It was hit for a long time. Like, it recently came off the ban, like, I think January came off the ban list. So we picked a really weird time to get back into this game. Master 05 hit, and then, you know, heroes were back at full power. You're getting Red Eyes support. You used to play casual Red Eyes back when we were playing in high school.
Yeah, it's my favorite card.
Yeah.
I love that dude.
What was Drew's go-to was Blue Eyes, right?
No, he liked Dark Magician.
Gotcha.
That's his favorite card.
So it was weird for you to play Dark Magician then.
A little bit. Well, now it's fun because this Dragoon deck actually runs one Dark Magician, so
yeah, which is neat.
Yeah.
PK Fire. It's weird that it's showing no viewers from my perspective.
Yeah, me too. I don't know. PK Starstorm.
I'm gonna check it out on my iPad. I've had that open for like moderation purposes.
Excuse me.
Got the Rona.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't think it's the Rona. It's just like a little cough. Weird.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Not sure what that's supposed to mean, but all right then.
Yeah, weird. It's showing 0 viewers on here too, even though there's at least a couple. All right. I say we get into this.
All right, give me 1 second. Let me just melt fools.
Yeah, man, you were saying, competitive play is
whack.
Well, yeah, but like, it's also going to be real weird coming up.
God, this card cannot be destroyed by battle. Wait, what do you mean? Oh yeah, with the
Backstreet Boys reunion tour.
Yeah, right. God. 10,000 attack during my... Okay.
Necroz's is back at full power too, Ed.
Necros? Oh, really? Dude, I hate that. I don't like that deck very much either. That deck is, I don't understand it. Whoa, this guy totally didn't mean to do that. Oh, shit. Whoa. That guy should have attacked. That was a major misplay for him. Holy shit. Get fucked, bro. We'll start in just a second here. Let me just, win. Another 1,000, dude. See if he'll allow it. Yep, he will. Oh, sir, you just signed your own grave. Is that how that works? You just signed your own grave?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta, you personally have to sign for your own grave.
Right?
Yeah, Seer getting hit was rough, but it's not too bad now.
This is incredible. Summon him in defense. God damn it.
We severely need to make a YouTube channel, I think.
Yeah, we should. I agree. $100.
100%.
What would we do?
Well, I think like deck profiles on there would be cool, like our own twists on what's happening.
Yeah.
Just like Yu-Gi-Oh content, box openings.
Right. Shit like that.
And then I think we should make a gaming channel that's tied into that.
Right. That's smart. I would do it. I wouldn't even know where to begin, though, to be honest with you.
I mean, same. It's mostly like video editing software that I have a tough time with.
Yeah.
Everything else I'm fairly versed in.
All right. Geez, forgot this was a match. We can start talking if you don't mind me, or do you wanna? Let's just start. It's already 4. Let's just start. Okay.
All right.
I don't know why. Yeah, I'm getting no viewers. Also, I don't know why.
Weird, because like I know I'm in as a moderator. I don't know if that affects like if that actually like increases or decreases viewer count.
Yeah.
But I think some other people are watching too.
Word. All right. So do you want to start us off again? Do you want to put on some background music for our listeners to listen to as we
I already do.
discuss the
What up, Caitlin?
Hi, Caitlin.
Thanks for popping in. This is actually kind of relevant to you because I'm going to try and teach you how to play.
So, Dan.
Yeah. So
why don't you start us off, man?
So we wanted to try a new format that was a little bit different than the typical stream that we do, where we go in and just play Yu-Gi-Oh or play some random.
Some games.
Yeah, we wanted to try something a little different, and I think we're going to try and do this. I think it'd be smart to do this weekly. So we're going to try a podcast style format where we just talk about certain topics that we think are important to us. That way, you guys kind of get an idea of like who we are as people. Because like when we're playing, we put on like a face because we want to win and we're going to be cocky. So.
Oh, I'm just always a jerk.
Well, yeah. I mean, that goes without saying.
I am a villain. So, anyways,
yeah, you were the antagonist of my story.
Yeah. So we're just gonna chat for a while, and if you guys feel free to hit us up in the chat if you have anything that you wanna talk about or ask us. So we're just gonna be chatting about various games, strategy. I don't know, Dan. I think you had a few questions.
Yeah, so, I've got a couple prompts that I want to go through.
Yeah.
The first one, because we have kind of built ourselves as a YouTube community, which I'd say we're like 60-40 YouTube gaming, or Yu-Gi-Oh gaming.
Yeah, probably. we got a good chunk of
I'm not
Yu-Gi-Oh!
The antagonist.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Content.
I'm not the antagonist. Fight me.
That's funny. That's funny.
So yeah, I mean, I'd say, like I said, 60-40. Like it's mostly been Yu-Gi-Oh! And then other stuff on the side.
Sure.
So I think something that we really want to talk about is Yu-Gi-Oh! Beginner friendly?
Yeah.
I've noticed a lot recently that has kind of made me want to talk about this. And while we're talking about it, grab your thoughts on it in the chat.
Danny, you're recording this?
I am. Yep.
Okay, yeah, word.
So I think that, getting into the root of what this game is kind of turned into, as well, is kind of important.
Yes.
Um, and we definitely have some room to stand in this argument's space because we took a step away from it for so long.
Uh-huh.
Um, so we'll kick it right off. The biggest thing that I have noticed with this being either beginner friendly or not is the price of cards.
Yeah.
Um,
Easily.
that is, the first thing that comes to mind when we're talking about beginner friendly or not beginner friendly. Because you look at some of these decks and like, holy crap,
dude, it's just like, okay, if like let's say a total beginner who's never heard, like, okay, maybe they watched the anime as a kid or some shit, but like they've never played the game before, right? And they're like, you explain the basic concepts. So like, okay, you can normal summon once, you can special summon as many times as you want, and the spell and trap cards basically just power up your monsters so you can kill your enemy, right? Kill the bad guy.
yeah,
And they're like, okay, yeah, that makes enough sense. And then you're like, okay, now that you know the basics, you have to spend $400 on this piece of paper, or I will beat you every time. It's like you have to buy a lot of shiny cardboard, or like you'll lose in a competitive sense. It's like it's not the wording. I think it's mostly the wording, I guess. If I could bring up, yeah, we'll go over to that, I guess, in a little bit. But like when I think of, I guess it's another issue because so much of the game, paywall to begin with. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, online repositories, EDO Pro, Dev Pro, Yugioh Pro, whatever you want to call it. Those have helped get into the game, but
yeah. I mean that definitely helps.
Anyways, yeah, I guess the issue is that so many, I love the game, but so many of the issues are all so entangled with each other. So like we can't really talk about the price without talking about like the ban list or like the competitive setting, because the price of cards is dependent on what the meta is and whether or not Konami shapes that meta, and whether or not they're carefully structuring certain cards to work with each other, or which I think sometimes is the case. Most of the time is the case, and every now and then though you'll get someone will find a loop or something that just completely breaks an old mechanic, and then suddenly this card that was once $5 is suddenly 20. It's just, yeah, absolutely. I mean, much of the game accessibility is barred by how much freaking money it is, and MTG players are just like, those are rookie numbers, like but still, I guess that's intrinsic to any card game.
Well, the thing about like the thing that's a little bit different than from Yu-Gi-Oh to Magic is that like Yu-Gi-Oh gets a new ban list like every 3 to 4 months.
Oh, yeah.
Like, while you can play older cards still, and like you can play a card from the first set now, unlike Magic, we have such a like varying level of what the meta is that like money just becomes so hard to keep track of, because like let's look at this last ban list, right?
All right.
The Necros card that was banned, worth nothing.
Yeah.
It gets unbanned. It's like $30.
Oh well, because it was $30 before the ban list, before it got banned, because I think that specific Necros, like I think that wasn't that like
that was the deck. Engine. That was
that was literally the deck. That's like taking out like freaking
So Ed just pointed out that Magic is much more stable.
Oh, it's a much slower game.
Yeah, I mean it's a much slower game. It's also just like the environment of it is more stable because like these sets here are going to be available to play.
Yeah.
So like okay, I can buy cards from these sets to build up my deck to make it better, and I don't have to worry about like will it or won't it get banned? Because like the most recent ban list, everyone was expecting some kind of hit. They didn't do anything, which is like kind of so you can't really blame them. With everything that's been going on, we haven't really seen competitive play, so we haven't had the opportunity to test those cards.
Well,
but at the same time, like people were expecting like because they're doing online tournaments, Crystal and Halki Fibrax to get hit. To put at least one, didn't even get touched.
Yeah.
So like, you never know what's gonna happen with a ban list. And like, yeah, Magic can ban cards. If I'm not mistaken, they do have a small ban list of cards.
Since there's many problems with the way that the game is set up, my biggest issue is that Konami will knowingly create, insane combo making cards, probably on purpose, because all of the engine cards are secret rares and they're basic laws of supply and demand. They get money, they make the crazy expensive cards just so they can ban it a month later, and everyone knows that that's what they do, and it's been a common gripe amongst the Yu-Gi-Oh community. It's nothing new, but I guess that's where that's where then the issue of power creep comes in, right? Because look, there is definitely power creep in Magic. It's very manageable, I'd say, in MTG, but it is there. It's a lot less noticeable, but so newer cards. Yeah, Komani, exactly, Ed. And honestly, I think a good solution might be, and I know the issue is Konami also runs all the tournaments and everything, so they're the ones that are giving away the prizes and keeping the game alive. So that's not, this will probably never happen. But I think a good fix actually would be, since so much of the game Yu-Gi-Oh, the Yu-Gi-Oh TCG is kind of like on a timeline basis, right? So like you think about early like 90s, late 90s, I think it came out.
The card game itself was 2002.
Okay, yeah, yeah, exactly. So like those cards were good starting from 2002 all the way up to 2020. Like it's, I don't know, like it's, instead of set based like Magic is, I guess Magic is kind of almost what they do with Magic. So like older cards is like Legacy, and I'm forgetting about the other format that's older cards. Yeah, exactly. And then with Modern, it's like the middle sets, and then I think there's I haven't played in a while, but I think there's Standard, and I think there's like one new format. It's like only the three newest sets: Legacy, Modern, Pioneer. Yeah, right there. Legacy, Modern, Pioneer, Historic, and Standard. Yeah, so I think a good fix for Yu-Gi-Oh, I mean, why not just divide it up into different like different formats for different time zones, I guess. I mean, I think that could.
Yeah, I mean, for a while they were doing that.
Wait, when? I didn't know that.
Let me see. I can't remember the name of the format. I'm pulling it up right now. Traditional format. Forbidden cards are limited, so you can play one copy. You'll never find a tournament that does this, though.
Ever. Yeah, I was about to say no one ever does that.
You might find like the back of a YCS is like, hey, we have this going on for you to come check out in between your rounds. But
yeah, GOAT format. That's true. I mean, there's GOAT controls kind of become its own thing. But then, like, I don't know, kind of going along with this idea of like splitting up the splitting up into different formats. Like, why not just do something where like you create the GOAT format, like that's its own format, like the cards that were active in the GOAT era, and then like another famous, I guess, period of the game could be like the the Dragon Rulers format. You can have like the Dragon Rulers format. You can have like a Chaos Emperor Yada. What's it? Yada Lock, right? Like the very first game breaking combo.
Yeah.
Hello, Mental Jin. Hi, RazeX Gaming. Welcome.
Rizix, maybe?
RazeX.
Well, what up? Regardless, how's it going? We're discussing the topic of is Yu-Gi-Oh beginner friendly, and we're trying to figure out if really if it is. Just kind of discuss like that from our point of view as players who are getting back into the game after being away from it for so long. Will do. But yeah, that's what we're doing. We're kind of doing a more podcasty feel. Not really doing any kind of gaming. Maybe we will later. But if you say Rey Skywalker, I'll kill you.
No, I was actually gonna say.
Did you hear that they're side note? And then we'll get back into this. Did you hear that there's a rumor going around that they're gonna make episodes 7, 8, 9?
Yeah, they're gonna decanonize it.
Yeah, I think honestly, here's the thing: they could make a good movie with like Rey, Kylo Ren. They could do it. I need a good writing team. Like
correction, they could have done it.
No, I think that now that they're making it not canon, they can again.
Yeah, good luck getting Daisy Ridley, Oscar Isaac, and John Boyega to reprise those. They hated it.
Hey guys, we're gonna put Dave Filoni in charge with George Lucas, and we'll pay you millions of dollars each. Come and do it.
That's a good point. Mouse money.
The mouse money is too good, dude. You can't pass up the mouse money.
Yeah.
Ray William Johnson. Anyway.
Kathleen Kennedy, you're fired. Dave Filoni. You're my new fucking bitch. Now go make me some goddamn money.
He's been making. He was the one of the producers of the Mandalorian, and he wrote and directed the Clone Wars. And produced it.
I was talking about Dave Filoni.
Yeah, Dave Filoni.
He also did Avatar.
Yep, he did. He was one of the producers, right? Or writers?
Writers.
Insane. Anyway, so back into it. Back into the Yu-Gi-Oh discussion. So where were we? We were talking about doing some kind of format where it's more. I mean, like, so I'm watching a lot of these like online tournaments that a lot of Yu-Gi tubers are doing, and they're doing stuff like this player is working in this ban list, while this player is working in this ban list, and they're building decks to see which is better. And like you have to play cards that came out from that ban list down, not anything newer. So I think that would be a really cool thing for them to do. Is like they have like the legacy format, but they have different seasons of it, if that makes sense.
See, and here's the thing: we can talk about this all we want.
Oh yeah,
this will never be This will never be sanctioned by Konami. That's the problem. That's the real problem, you know.
Well, the thing that I'm looking at is that they could reprint cards and say, "Oh, you have to play." Like, look at what they did with Speed Duels, right? You can only play Speed Duel cards in a Speed Duel. You can't bring in like a normal Monster Reborn and play it.
Yeah, it's true. Well, official Speed, you can probably I mean, you can do the format, you know.
Yeah, but if you're at a tournament, you know, you're gonna need to play those cards. So, if they were to do this legacy format, they could just print a card that on it somewhere says legacy, and then you can play it in a legacy format. And when I say like they do it season based, like they do every 6 months or every 8 months or something like that, whatever, they'll figure it out. They're relatively smart. You get a new season, and that's Ed kind of made a good point, doing it based off of the different master rules that have come out. So like season 1 is master rule 1, season 2 master rule 2, and then you go up until you reach what would be the current master rule, and then you reset before going into that because there's already a format for that.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, because like Konami's going to think with their wallets, right? So
no doubt.
So if they can find a way to print and sell more cards, then I think that there's a chance that it can happen. You know?
That's true.
And I think that would be cool. It would also be good because like newer players don't really know where the game started. And there's not a well-documented history. There really isn't.
No. And like, let's be honest here, like the text walls are real. Like even me, like I'll go to read like a card, I'll be like, oh my god, we gotta read. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh,
like
yeah.
So much of that aspect of beginners starting out with the game could be fixed by just adding in keywords. I mean, they did it with GY like that. Now Graveyard is now like GY and bullshit like that, but still, it's like you really could just do like Magic does that. You know, this card has Resurrect or make keywords. I really don't see why they haven't done that, and I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, at some level, players have been calling for there to be similarities between the OCG and the TCG, because in the OCG they have bullet points. And like the card is pretty much solely a bullet point, and it looks like they're starting to do that, because if you look at cards like Elemental Hero Sunrise, it's one of the newer ones. It says you can only use each of the following effects of Elemental Hero Sunrise once per turn. And then it has bullet points for the effects instead of it just being a block that you then have to sift through to find what its effects are.
Yep.
Like put the blanket effect up top or the floating effect up top, and then put the activated effects below in a bullet point. And it kind of feels like they're doing that, which is kind of nice.
I guess. I don't know. What do you think? You think Konami's gonna be able to? Not even be able to. But, like, you think? Have you seen like the new like anime protagonist? He's like 7 years old or some shit.
Well, yeah, and that's actually supposed to be for another format that they're doing of the game.
The hell?
It's a beginners friendly format.
Wow.
So it's supposed to be for kids to play. Because they fully recognize that we have these block texts that just don't get anywhere because people don't understand what they're saying. So they're actually trying to make it more friendly and do what players from the TCG have been calling for years. So players are really hoping that eventually we'll see that in normal card text, but it's just not really a guaranteed right now.
God. And Ed makes a good point too, like, even though it's poorly worded, like, it can be confusing to understand the syntax and language of the cards. Yeah. Even though it's hard to read, like, there's still a crazy amount of combos and like the way Ed puts it, as intertwined stuff. You know what I mean? Like, there's still interaction between cards. Like, it's still like, it's still very interactive. It's still a good, you know, it's complex. You know, it's even though games only last like 2-3 turns, like there's a lot of thinking happening. 2-3, it's still, you know.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you've got stuff going on constantly, which is cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it, like, getting back to the point of like it being for beginners, then does that make it inaccessible to someone who's just trying to play for the first time? Does it make it too difficult for someone to try and just pick up and learn?
I'd argue it. I don't know, because like, even though they're learning the basics of the game, like, there's still the price wall of like the meta. You know what I mean? Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, you can't really talk about one of these problems without talking about any of the other ones, because then, you know, what they've essentially done is created their own format, which, for lack of a better term, is going to be the, you know, the other format, the kiddie format, right? Not, you know, not really. I mean, they'll probably have tournaments and stuff, but like, I don't know. Like, it's just, I don't see it taking off. And then once people feel like they can graduate from that, maybe not even graduate, but like, but I'm saying it doesn't change anything about the current TCG format. You know what I'm saying? Like, it won't.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But like the question is, like, at that point, if you've been playing this version of the game for so long, why even go into the normal version?
And vice versa.
Yeah. So like, are we going to see? I feel like the normal TCG would stick around more than this new format for sure.
Oh yeah.
And like have precedence over it because there's so many more players, there's more cards, there's like
one would hope, right?
You would hope. Sure. It's so uncertain.
Can't trust those dirty fucking corporations. Wait, sorry, we're gonna get kicked off of Twitch. I should probably not go on my black pill rant.
Black pill rant. Yeah, probably. But you know, it's a weird thing to think about. You know, like, what are we gonna see in this game coming up?
I don't know. I maintain onto my theory. I maintain my theory that, because if you think about it, this card game really, it came from a TV show. You know what I mean? It came from a TV show that was making fun of not making fun of, but
well, to be fair, it did actually come from the manga.
Okay, fine, fair enough. Point being, the point of the medium wasn't the actual game. Does that make sense? Like, this is a game that originated from something, not of itself. Yeah, exactly. It's a translation, as it were. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. Yeah, exactly. It was a lot darker back in. You know, it was really more about the characters, and you know.
I'm currently reading the manga. It's dark. I can vouch for that.
Dude, Yuki was like a psychopath, man. He's like, or Dark Yuki's like crazy. Yeah.
And they call them Dark Yuki too. There was no Yami. There was no. It was other Yugi. That's what it was. Yeah. So I mean, like, if you look at that compared to, like, I don't know, Zexal, like the XYZ featured anime.
I don't even know what that is. ZXYZL.
ZEXEL.
I don't even know. Wow, it sounds terrible.
It was very much a kid show. So like, you look at that, even compared to like, ZEXAL. You look at that compared to like the normal Yu-Gi-Oh, it's like almost a completely different game.
Dude, it's borderline unrecognizable from those early seasons.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So like, I don't know. I think that like that kind of makes it tough. To like translate, like if you're just trying to get into it. I mean, like, they also like fuck up rulings on the show constantly. So like,
right, but I guess my point is, even though it's kind of evolved into its own by now, like, it definitely has, you know, team of game designers and people who monitor the formats and things like that. Like, it certainly has become its own thing, but like, the sheer fact that it was manufactured because people were asking for real life copies of the card, and like rules of the game were like explained like in the manga. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like people wanted to know more about the details of the card game itself.
Yeah,
So the writer, I'm forgetting his name, just like started to make them up like on the fly, and like granted they were, like as he realized that people started caring more and more about the actual game itself, he was like, okay, well we have to capitalize on this. So
yeah.
Look, I'm saying that like.
Well, Konami jumped on it. Was like, hey, you want to make a card game?
No, dude, it was Upper Deck at first. Upper Deck. Oh no, that was for the TC. Never mind. No, OC. Never mind.
Yeah, OCG's always been Konami.
Yeah.
Um.
But yeah, it's like, what was I saying? Oh my god, what was I saying?
Well, you were kind of talking about like, can't remember actually.
Yeah, there was actually a lawsuit a long time ago for gambling and children. Yeah, Upper Deck, the TC, like what I'm saying. Yeah, point being, so much seems sloppy. I don't even want to say sloppy because I don't mean to like call the game messy, but like it's just.
But it is.
So. I don't know. Like there's all sorts of crazy, twisty, turny rules. Like, oh no, you can only, you can only normal summon this one once. But then you can special as much as you want, and it's like no, like you can't activate that, green card because that one doesn't have a lightning bolt symbol next to spell. You know what I mean? Like there's so many twisty, turny, like oh this doesn't work because X things to it, and part of it's because of like, again, the wall of texts and the hand traps and there's so much happening, so many options on your first chain of the game, and I mean that's just the point. That's just late ass fucking power creep is what that is. At this point, your options are really sit down and take the time to learn it and be willing to pay the money, or
have someone to get you into it and teach you.
Yeah, literally like 80% of the cards are useless. You can get like 100 copies of, Big Rock Man or whatever the fuck for, $10.
Yeah.
On TCG, not Big Rock. What am I thinking? A Giant Soldier of Stone. I like Big Rock Man better though.
That's his new name.
Yeah.
I am the Big Rock Bed.
Hang on, I'm gonna make this right now.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, because if you look at some cards that were like insanely good back in, the Legend of the Blue Eyes White Dragon set, like now they're unplayable.
Yeah.
They really like Blue Eyes was in that. Cool. Sure.
Well, Blue Eyes isn't unplayable. It's just
that's what I'm saying. Is like Blue Eyes is in that deck, so like cool, you can play that. But
yeah.
That's about it. The biggest thing for me that I'm really noticing a lot of, and it comes from the perspective of being a hero player, because like and I'm going to say we as in like the hero playing community, we get screwed over so much. Because like, look at format shifting. Going into Master Rule 4, where they introduced Link summoning for the first time, heroes became completely dead. There was no designated Link monster for them yet. So a deck that's built around special summoning from the extra deck, you couldn't really do. And that's what got me to stop playing back 2 years ago.
Heroes was just useless.
For a bit, yeah. I mean, it like got good, but at the same time, it was like, and like, no, Ed, I wouldn't, like, because that card is absolute crap. But like, but that it wasn't back then, and that's the thing. But coming up to like the Master Duel 4 thing, like heroes were pretty rogue. Like they had just gotten Vision Hero support, they just got Honest Neos. So you had like an attack point boosting card that you could play from your hand. And it was just heroes were like on the up and up, and then they died and were completely killed. Yeah, I've been watching a bit of the SEMO stuff. He was the one who I had been watching with the tournaments taking place in the different timelines. But you know, heroes. There's 2 cards right now that are out that make the deck insane. And
yo, you should play me.
Wait, right now?
Yeah, let's do it. Come on.
Well, let's.
No, I'm just. I want to play it. I want to face it. Anyways.
Yeah. We will. But
yeah, no, I
the it's insanely good. Makes the deck consistent, relatively.
Mm-hmm.
Makes it go off, and it was Evil Hero Adusted Gold and Evil Hero Malicious Bane.
Right.
And
Dust Hero. That's a cool name.
Yeah, right? Yeah. The card, Adusted Gold, it's $130. Yeah.
Oh my god. Wait,
Bane is like 90.
No. Elemental Hero.
Evil Hero.
Oh, Evil Hero.
And the reason why is because it's short printed. So this is something that I've been noticing is that like Konami wants to give support to decks like, you know, Dark Magician or Blue Eyes.
Classics. They're trying to go back to their roots.
Yeah, you know, you've got stuff like the new Red Eyes Dragoon card coming out that is going to be included in the tin, which is cool. You know, good on them for including it. But if you look at some of the other like legacy decks, like Heroes, like Dark Magicians, like Blue Eyes,
yeah,
they short print the cards that make them playable. Like look at Magician's Souls. There's a reason it's $90.
I know.
It's not because it's a like it is because it's a good card, but it's also because it's short printed.
Yeah.
So they short print these cards to make them out of the price range of new players, so that the new players play the new stuff.
Yep.
And it makes Rogue format really difficult to get into as a beginner.
Because certain cards are just like, oh, you have to spend $300 on this one card. Oh.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, like so. Going back, because I'm going to go back to Heroes because I've been looking at the price of cards, trying to like build the deck up and make it good. There are 3 other cards: Vision Hero Ferris and Vision Hero Increase, each $20. You need 3 copies of Ferris, 2 of Increase. Elemental Hero Liquid Soldier, $30 card. Thankfully, most decks only play 1, but like still. You short print these cards, you make them expensive, and then you lock out new players and discourage older players from doing it. Yeah. Unless they feel lucky and go and buy sealed products, so then they can possibly pull it, which gives Konami money.
It's ridiculous.
So I think short printing is another thing that's going wrong.
Yeah.
With the game. Because you don't really get the opportunity to play that deck that has a legacy feel.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can with like things like Yugioh Pro, but like it's not.
And yeah, like that.
It's not the same, man.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can't go to a local tournament, sit down with physical cards in your hand, and play.
Yeah.
Obviously, with that, but. You know, it also, like, programs like that are not sanctioned are they're good testing grounds to see if the card is even worth getting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right on that, Ed. A lot of casual players did and do like heroes because they're pretty easy. They're honestly one of the simpler decks to pick up because they don't have a lot of nuance to them, really. They do, but they don't. Like, you need to know when to activate your combo and stuff. I would even say like heroes are like comic books in the deck, because it's like, you know, a hero falls and you bring out a new one because the bad guys are winning and you need to beat them, whatever. So you've got stuff like that, and like it's just fun for casual players to play.
There's also like a million different flavors of hero.
Oh yeah,
you can do the deck like a million different ways.
Yeah, I mean, I have currently 2 hero decks.
Yeah.
And they are both vastly different from each other. The problem is that the one needs the 2 very expensive cards.
What's the other one?
Malicious Bane and a Dusted Gold. So, you know, there's $200 right there. And then you've got Vision Heroes, which are another 100. So now you're at 300. And then you've got Liquid Soldier, so 330. And then you've got the remainder of the deck. So you're looking at, like, with a good extra deck and a good build-up, like a $400 deck.
Have you considered getting good?
I mean, getting good has nothing to do with spending.
No, I know.
I know you. I know you know it. I know.
Have you tried not being poor, Dan?
Occasionally, yeah. I've done my best with it, but you know.
Yeah, tell me about it. And I don't know. The game is fun, but I'm just thinking about how it could be even more fun and more accessible, because you're right, that's probably the game's biggest, in my opinion, biggest issue right now is its compatibility, or not even compatibility, accessibility, I guess.
Yeah, I think the accessibility needs to be changed, and we kind of already talked about it, but that also goes hand in hand with the multitude of rules that there are.
Oh my god, yeah.
Because holy crap, man.
That's true. Good starter decks. That's true.
Yeah, I mean, like, we haven't really seen a crazy good structure deck in a while. Because, like, I remember when Dinosaurs came out, you could buy 3 structure decks, throw together a deck, and then...
It's really good. You can do the same thing with Monarchs.
Yeah.
You would have the whole deck for like $30.
Exactly. Shadalls were a good one.
Oh, you can do that with Shadalls too? I didn't know that Shadalls had a...
Yep.
Monarch. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, Shadalls was... In my opinion, Shadalls was the last good one, because that recently came out. It knocked some of the cards down in price, which was good, and gave alternate art to some of them, which was neat.
Well, now that Konami's probably doing this, they seem to be a full steam ahead on Speed Duel, so I'm wondering if we're not going to see some normal starter decks for a while, or at least the frequency or quality of them are going to go down.
So they recently...
I agree, Ed. The last tier 1. I have a Monarch deck. I love Monarch.
Actually, no, Dinos. Well, I mean, building it from a structure deck, probably not Dinos, but...
I don't know, you just get Ultimate Conductor Tyranno out on the field and you win the game.
Pretty much, yeah. God, what was I saying though? Oh, in the OCG, they have a poll going right now. And they had 10 archetypes, and you had to vote, and the highest voted one was going to get a structure deck made.
Wow.
So they did this before too, and we saw this was like when Shadalls got their structure deck.
Sure.
Because Shadalls wasn't the top one. That was the second most voted on. it still got printed because people wanted it, and it just made sense. So they made the top 3.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find out which one it was. I think it was.
I didn't know they made it. They made a Phantom Beast starter deck. Shit.
Phantom Beast.
I guess, like Mecha Phantom Beast.
Oh. Huh. I didn't know that.
I guess. Yeah. I didn't know that either.
Are you thinking of Sacred Beast? Or Mecha Phantom Beast?
Mecha Phantom Beast getting your print.
Wait, which structure deck were you talking about? Sacred? Oh wait, did Ed say it or did you say it, Jesse?
Ed.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's Sacred. Sacred. He said Sacred.
Yeah, Sacred Beast is getting one. It's coming out. God, I don't even know. Next month or maybe no. I think it's actually. No, it's October. It's coming out. Wow. Yeah, I guess they're getting support, and it's gonna be. From what I'm seeing, a lot of people are playing around with it. It's not gonna be terrible. It's not gonna be good.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna be terrible. We are getting a structure deck for summoners, which is kind of cool.
Summoners?
Yeah, like the.
What are those?
I'll find a picture of it.
Armors. Yo, Dan, you should probably switch the stream.
To what?
Description. I don't know, because we're not really trying out a new format. We're just like chatting.
Well, this is the new format we're trying.
Oh, like stream.
Yeah.
Gertcher. Kerchewy.
I'm trying to find like an example. I can't remember their names, but like it's Charmer, not Summoner. I'm sending a picture of it.
All right then.
Which that'll be cool because a lot of people like that archetype. I think it's neat. I've always enjoyed it. So I mean, at least like Konami's kind of listening to their players when it comes to that.
What do you mean? Wait, what? I'm sorry, I lost what we were talking about.
No, you're good. The polls they're doing for the for that, like they're at least listening to them in that sense where it's like, okay, well we have, this thing going on. Let's listen to your input and then make things based off of what you think is cool.
Right.
And yeah, they actually recently the Charmers recently got Link monsters, which makes them pretty fun to play. I pulled a couple from one of the boxes that I opened up. But yeah, I mean, like we need stuff like that, but the problem is that Konami's never really gonna make something that's crazy good.
No way.
In a $30 pickup.
Call money.
Yep.
That's why they call them. I wonder how they've been doing during the
this whole thing, the pandemic.
The thing that shall not be named online for fear of getting banned. The beer bug, as it were.
Probably okay, honestly, because they've been releasing sets still, and people are buying them.
But like, no one's playing.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's they make most of their revenue off of selling products.
Yeah.
So they're doing fine, and they've released like a new rarity.
Oh, really? What rarity?
It's called Collector's Rare.
Huh. What's it look like?
It's kind of like a mix between like an ultimate rare and like kind of a secret rare. It's really neat. Look up a picture of it. They're pretty
What's
sweet.
What's it called?
Collector's Rare.
Rainbow colored, reflective. Collector's Rare Yu-Gi-Oh. Let's see if I can't get a... Huh. Oh, that's pretty cool looking. It's like ultra secret rare. It's like the two of them kind of like put together. That's cool.
Yeah, it looks really neat.
Yeah. Effect. Yeah, a ghost rare but secret. That'd be cool.
Oh, that would be sweet.
Wait, there's gonna be a tour guide link monster? That would be disgusting. That would be...
No, I don't think it was... Was it tour guide link monster, or was it the charmer link monster?
I don't know. Effect Veiler got one. I'm just reading off Ed's chat comment.
Yeah, Effect Veiler got a collector's rare, and it was miscut in a lot of the first edition boxes. So that card is like that miscut one is like $1,500.
Jesus.
The normal collector's rare Effect Veiler is like 600.
Oh my god.
Or no, that was I'm sorry, that was that collector's rare, or was that Starlight rare? That might have been Starlight rare. There's like one per every 12 case of booster boxes.
You know what would be crazy? A card game that actually only had like one card.
Yeah,
like
Tim was talking about that.
Yeah, like a card game that, you know, it's a normal TCG, you can buy packs or whatever, but there's literally one card in print, like, you know, super ultimate mega ray of death, and there's only one, and it's legal, but there's only, like, you can play it obviously, but there's literally only one. I'm wondering what that would look like. Like, there'd have to be some way to verify, like, to all the players what exactly, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That would be cool. I mean, I'd be down with that.
Yeah.
It'd be tough though with the type of world that we live in.
Right. I don't know, like, it would be maybe that would work better as like an online trading card game. Like,
yeah, probably, because you can't really cheese that.
Yeah, I was about to say it'd be easier to
verify.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to think here. So, I mean, we kind of already talked about all the points that I was going to bring up with the with it being accessible to beginners and beginner friendly.
Right.
Because I had the notes I had were price of cards, short printing cards, multitude of rules, shifting formats. So I think, sadly, just to get back on track, the answer is no.
Oh, no, most certainly not. It is not. Yeah, no. I thought we entered this conversation with that as a given. It is most certainly not accessible to new players.
Oh, I already. Yeah, I mean, I figured.
I don't think anyone can disagree with that.
No.
Yeah. And I guess they're trying to be better about it, but like, Come on now, speed duels. 555. Come on now.
Yeah, I mean, speed duels are cool. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a neat concept, but like, at least, the cards are cheaper, like significantly cheaper.
That's true. That's true.
Like the same card from the TCG in speed duels is like almost 80% less in value.
What card are you referring to?
I don't know, like a Dark Magician of the same printing, like, is 15 cents in speed duels comparatively to the couple bucks it would be TCG.
Do they have a different back or something?
It says speed duel on them.
Ah.
So you, at a legal tournament, you can't play a speed duel card at a TCG table.
Crazy.
If you write token on it, then you can, but you can only use it as a token.
Some of their choices as a company worry me.
Yeah, I mean, I get it though, because they wanted speed duels to be like this kind of cheaper, easier to get into format, but like it's not the same game.
It's not the same. Yeah, it's not the same game. It's not the same rules.
It's literally Duel Links in real life.
The question is, does the game as it stands, that is the big, I guess pro, whatever you call pro, the TCG, right?
Yeah.
Is the TCG accessible to new players? And the answer is no, it's not.
Yeah,
there's a lot. Is accessible to new players, but the TCG absolutely is not.
Yeah, TCG is really, really not. Like straight up, just not. I think that this new format that we're gonna see, that's coming out of the OCG, with like the more kid-friendly version, I think we're gonna see a bump in that. I think we're gonna see like the kids table almost at tournaments, and they're gonna have that.
Yeah, it's gonna be the speed duel. Yeah.
So I think at tournaments, like at a YCS or at like a regionals, or even a Worlds, I think we're gonna see a TCG table,
There's
a
gonna
speed
be a
duel table, and then the kiddie table. I can't remember the name of the new format. Let me look it up. I kind of like the design of the cards, though. They changed the design of the cards.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Rush duels. That's what they're called.
I'm still calling them speed duels.
No, there's speed duels and then there's rush duels.
Ugh. That's so easy to get confused. Are you kidding me? It's like the same thing.
I mean, they're easy to get confused for you.
I know. I'm stupid.
It's
no
basically.
I understand.
It's similar.
Asshole.
I mean, yeah, I could agree with that. It's similar to speed duels where you have limited monster zones. Your mat is much smaller.
Yeah, there's only like 3 monster zones, right? And there's only like
3 monster and spell and trap zones.
Yeah. That's weird. And then 20 cards, 3 cards per hand or 4 cards per hand?
Unlike speed duels, however, players start with 8,000 life points and can have 40 to 60 cards in their deck for a rush duel. So it is actually a different format. The effects of monsters on the field can only be activated once per turn while they're face up on the field, similar to a card in the TCG stating once per turn. So effects only go off once per turn no matter what.
Yeah.
Card effects list their activation requirements and costs on a separate line to their effect to make it easier to understand, which is what people have been calling for in the TCG for years. So hopefully, if they see that players are liking that, they'll bring that over into the normal TCG. All the requirement and effects of a card are treated as being resolved at the same timing. If the requirement or effect of the last used card meets the activation requirement of a trap card, that trap card can be activated without missing the timing. So it actually, I think it's kind of doing away with spell speeds.
Oh my god.
Which is good.
And this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is what it is good, but like this is what I'm talking about. Like, it's like they're adding stuff on. Like, it's like
But at the same time, they're
they don't
taking
have like
things.
a core set of like they don't have like a Magic's core concept is quite simple, right? It's you start out weak, no resources. With you, there's resources in Magic. With Yu-Gi-Oh, there's not. I mean, there's spell trap cards and there's things like hand advantage and graveyard acting as your second hand, things like that gives you resources. But in something like Magic, where there's physical actual resources, there's a natural build of said resource, and that's for me that's Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't have anything like that. It's like instead of their focus being on, okay, how can I force our not force how can I make our players want to manage the resources that this game provides them. I'm wording this very poorly. Instead it's just like, how fast can we make our old cards bad so that they buy our new card?
Yeah.
Like, how can we cheese a new mechanic in instead of like sticking to like an actual system of solid resources. Or in the earlier seasons where there was one, in the earlier types of game where there was only one normal summon that acted as sort of a resource, and then maybe you could special summon like once, maybe twice a turn. And then now you look and it's just like, well, they circumvented that by doing a million special summons. How do you circumvent doing a million special summons? Well, there's a new card. It's called a synchro summon, and they're way better because then they can do all sorts of new combos. And then how'd they fix that? Because there's a new card that's even better. It's black, and you can stack on them. And there's a new one. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they've lost their concept of making it. I don't know.
I know what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I think that they need to really focus on not adding in any more types of cards.
Yeah.
I think we're good. I think the only thing that we'll see, maybe, is like a special type of card designation for hand traps.
Yeah.
I think we'll start seeing that. But I think that's about it.
Honestly, we might get a new type of card, like some type of like flash monster or something. Yeah, it's true. Mana Screw is also a problem with Magic. That's very true, and that's an intrinsic problem of their resource management system, I guess. But that's very true. That's very true. Or Mana Flood, that's bad too. I haven't played Magic in so long. Magic.
Oh wow, dude! I'm looking at Rise of the Duelist that's coming out. Holy crap! It's coming out the day before my birthday, so I'm gonna buy a box for my birthday.
Wow.
And we're getting support for. Let me just go through the numerous archetypes that are getting support. Gaia the Fierce Knight, Nemesis, Ancient Warriors, Megalith, Machina, Mathmech, Tinyi, Dragon Maid, Noble Knight, Noble Arms, Forbidden, Dark Lord, Fluffle, Edge Imp, Frightfur, which are all kind of the same. Apparently we're getting a new polymerization card.
Oh my god.
Fusion just in general is getting new support. Rika, Chaos, I don't even want to try and pronounce that. Junk and Shadal.
I've never played Force of Will, Ed. I heard it's based off that Magic. There's a Magic card called Force of Will, and I know it was kind of an offshoot of that. What is it? Because I've never actually played that. Have you heard of Force of Will, Dan?
I have not.
It's like based off of Magic. Kind of. I don't know enough about it, to be honest with you. Ed's probably typing right now.
But, okay, so yeah, that set looks like it's going to be insane. I'm really excited for that. Especially for the Noble Knight support, because I love that deck.
Yeah. Do they have a Link monster?
No, yes, actually, they do. And it's played in a lot of warrior-based decks because it's just so good.
I bet that deck is really good.
It used to be insane, and now it's going to be even crazier. It's actually like topping OCG.
Really?
Yeah. One of the Infernoble, they're called Infernoble Knights now.
Infernobles, yeah.
The one that just came out in Toon Chaos is like $40 already.
Didn't they replay Toons?
Yeah, they did some.
They like remade that. Yeah, they gave some support for Toons.
Yeah, which is really cool. Anyway, back on track. So I mean, like when you look at like the multitude of rulings that we see, it just kind of makes it really tough to like figure out where you want to go with the game as like a new player.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Matt? Is it okay?
Hi, Matt. Welcome.
We're just we're doing podcast style for today. We're discussing
about the game.
Yeah, we're talking about if Yu-Gi-Oh is beginner friendly. We came to the conclusion that it is not.
Well, the TCG is not. TCG.
Yeah, the TCG is definitely not. And I'd say the OCG is kind of along the same lines with that.
Yeah.
But we were talking about like speed duels and then the upcoming rush duels and what that's going to do for the game.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think that rush duels are going to be a good introduction for people. I think speed duels are going to be their own format, and I don't think we can really compare that to the TCG, but I think rush duel is going to be more of like the introduction into what the TCG and OCG are.
Mm-hmm.
While speed duels can kind of sit off and be their own thing.
Yeah.
Rush duels are OCG only. Speed duels are currently in the TCG. We have a couple sets as of right now.
Very interesting game.
They are definitely closer to rush duels.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, rush. See, yeah, actually, you're right. This is getting confusing.
Yeah. See.
Rush duels are closer to speed duels, but they're like right in the middle. Like if speed duels are on like the far left-hand side and TCG OCG is on the far right-hand, rush duel is right in the center.
Huh.
So yeah, I think you're right. I think you should start with speed if you're a beginner, and you really want to get into this game and you have the time to. Start with speed duels, get used to that, then go over to rush. And yeah, I think the cards are going to be jacked up in price compared to speed duels for sure, because they're going to come out with new cards, like specific cards for speed duels. So play speed duels, move to rush duels, and then if you don't want to move out of rush duels, stay. And I think that that's a viable option. I think that you can play rush duels and have fun. Based on what I'm seeing, it actually looks pretty fun. I might even give it a try when it comes out to when it comes to America. And then after that, if you really want to dip your toes into the actual normal game, go for it. I think that that's a good progression.
You should start by playing EDO Pro though, so that you at least get a feel for how format works.
Well, yeah.
Before you spend all the money on the cards that you want. In person, that is. If you're perfectly comfortable just chilling out on EDO Pro, like that's totally fine. Encourage it. I don't know, like yeah. I don't mind just playing EDO Pro. Like even if I don't have the cards, like I kind of like just playing it. So it's, but like you said, there's something it just kind of it feels right, just like playing with actual cards. We got together a few weeks back in person, respecting social distancing, and played in person.
And it was fun. It was a good time.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, I think it's a lot easier when you've been playing for so long.
Yeah.
To just like pick up the new rules.
Yeah, no doubt.
So Matt, one of the things that I had mentioned earlier was that what they could do is they could make a TCG slash OCG format that is similar to Magic the Gathering's Legacy format, where you have cards that were legal in like the different master rules, and you have different seasons. So like season 1 is Master Rule 1, so you can play any cards that were currently out during Master Rule 1. Season 2 is Master Rule 2, and you have any cards that were legal in Master Rule 1 and 2. And you just cycle through the different seasons until you reach the more current Master Rule, but before you actually get onto that one, you reset it back to 1. Which would, it might be tough, and it might be a little bit janky and weird, but I think it could be fun. At least it would be a new introduction, because like Yu-Gi-Oh is getting a lot of attention right now.
Is it really?
Yeah, we picked a really weird time to get back into the game, dude.
Huh.
It's because of Master Rule 5 though, because it changed the game again.
What exactly did that do? How did that change things? Certain cards got errata, things like that. Like, what exactly happened with that?
Well, yeah, I mean, cards get errata all the time, but well, first of all, did you hear that Red Eye's Darkness Metal got errata?
Oh yeah, it's not a big. It's still a good card at 1.
Oh, for sure. And they might even bump it up higher because of that, because it got errata. But anyway, yeah, I mean, there were major rule changes. So they took away the. Wait, what? A 16-year-old threatened to blow up Konami headquarters?
Wow.
When was that?
Can you find a link on that? Because I really want to read about that.
Yeah, break the news to us, bro. And then we'll break it here live.
Sounds very interesting.
Unless it's old, but...
Sounds 2020, bro.
Yeah, it's a good point. So, the biggest thing that Master Rule 5 changed was that you no longer had to only special summon to where a Link monster pointed to. You could special summon anywhere, again.
Oh, so before you could only special summon to where a Link monster is pointing at?
Yeah.
That's... Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That changes things. So, like, if like, you only had one arrow on your Link, you can only special summon one monster, that's...
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
I feel like that would slow down many decks.
Oh, that's why I stopped playing, because heroes were unplayable.
Yeah.
Really, until they got their Link support, but by the time I found the game again, it was Master Rule 5 time, so...
Oh.
I think it's really funny that initially we were going to start playing and just say, screw it, we're just going to play by the Master Rule 3 rules where we could do that, and then we looked and Master Rule 5 came out and we were like, oh, never mind. We'll just play like normal. A 16-year-old in Tokyo was able to find that difference pretty easily after allegedly threatening terrorist actions against Konami. Oof. Was that over Yu-Gi-Oh? Or
That's
no, it was it might have been their video game branch.
Dude, probably.
He was mad needle fiber got short printed. Dude, I pulled that. Matt, I pulled Halky Fibrax. I'm really happy about it. Even though it's probably gonna get hit, but yeah, I pulled it.
Crystron Halky Fibrax. That card is crazy.
Yeah, and Matt, I'm not even joking. I didn't do this live, and I'm really mad that I didn't. In the same box, I pulled Verte Anaconda. Matt, you're on our Discord, right? I'll send you a picture. To prove that I'm not lying. Even though there's no way to prove that I actually pulled it, like in the same box, but whatever. It's fine. It's fine, right, Jesse?
Everything is fine, Dan.
Everything's fine. He's gonna get banned. Needle fiber is gonna get banned. There's no way. There's no way he's not. I have a feeling he's at least gonna get hit. I mean, if Needle Fiber doesn't, then Link Cross definitely is.
I don't even know what those, dude. I don't even know what those links even do. I'll be honest.
So, Link Cross summons a token, and it only requires so it's one Link rating 2 or higher Link monster to summon for Link Cross.
Wow. Okay, wait. Why, Matt? Tell us why he's getting limited. Helki. Okay.
Makes them money.
Oh, easy. Sells packs, man. Gotta be able to sell them packs.
Oh yeah, no, Black Dragon is getting hit. If that's the case.
What is Black Dragon? Hang on. Black Dragon.